Well guys, I've just started the journey to the capacitors. I thought I'd take out the wiring loom. There's a couple of problems here. It looks like the cable before has been jammed when it was the chassis was put in there somehow, and yeah, you can see what's happened here. Now that's our B plus line, the orange. The red is the filament and the black is ground. So I thought I'd take all this out, fix that up. Gives me more room in here. Bit of chassis work here. So guys, I've had to call on the backup, and yeah, there she is. My iron that I probably bought in about 74, and still working perfectly. I've still got carbon tips for these, carbon elements rather, and plenty of tips. So yeah, I thought I'd get some stuff out of the road. It enables me to check the resistors better. We've got to get at this cap can down at the bottom here. Now, I'm not going to remove it. It's a nightmare. The two caps will fit in this corner up here, in underneath. So I'll just release the tabs, and I might be able to solder a terminal strip just in there somewhere. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll check that out as we go along. I wanted to keep going with these caps. As I said, there's probably a lot of hassles here. That's why it's got, well, low sound. It's no use in trying to chase things. For a start, I'll just do the caps. All right, anyway, that's where I'm up to. Okay, well, we're into this corner. Now, what I'm going to do, I want to work in round here, but I'm taking this volume pot out at the moment, and that's really tight. I may have to use a tube spanner on this one. Got him. Okay, so I'm taking him out because you cannot hardly turn the volume control at all, the volume pot. So we're going to take him out, lube him up, and find out what's going on there. And yeah, you can turn him, but boy, he's tight. So we'll pull the back off him, clean him up, and yeah, do that little ferrule goes in there. We'll do what we've got to do with him, and that'll get that sorted. Now, there is a resistor here. It's grey, black, brown. Okay, it's a 800 ohm. And it's, what is it, R16, 800 ohm. Now, it's that fella there that comes off the filament to ground. That's measuring 1.2K. So, he's been very hot, and it's on the filament line, probably a dropping resistor for the filament to keep it all intact. I just want to make sure that, sorry, there's my phone again. Just want to make sure that this is correct, everything's correct. This is the same circuit. It's got to be. So yeah, and there's another one here which is R15 goes around to the centre tap of which would be pin 5 rather, and comes back up here to the filament. So this arrangement here I've sort of got to check on. So all connected in just around here in the corner, and do something with this cap. I'm pretty sure this cap will be open, but I'll come back to you when I get some gear off here, and we'll measure him up and see what he measures. I don't think he'd be very good. Righto guys, we're in this corner now. Got the wires off the cap. We'll just check him. Now, the first one will be a 40 microfarad, which is this fella here. Ah, my fingers will work. There we go. Okay. Let's see what he measures. Should be 40. And we've got 58. Okay. Loss 1.1%. ESR 0.22. Incredible. A bit high on the microfarad, being a 40 to a 58, but it's probably a bit leaky, but not too bad. Okay, we'll check the other one, which is a 20 mic at 25 volts. And see what he measures. 91 microfarad, lost 3.5%, ESR 0.44. So, yeah, 91 mic, you would think the loss would be much greater than 3.5. But anyway, there it is. So there's both the caps. We're replacing them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I will cut the tabs off on this, and well, the little caps can actually sit in here somewhere. I might put a small tag strip here just for the HT line, and for the other one, which I'm not real sure on the circuit where it is, but it's only low voltage, so it's only a 22 mic at 25 volts. We'll just tack it in here somewhere. It doesn't need to be on a tag strip. Okay, but he is looking a little bit more sparse in there, so I can get to things. Okay, hopefully I can remember how it goes, but I have taken me photos. Well guys, that was an exercise. Here's the caps, and a couple of them broke when I was getting them out. Okay, so that's all them, and there's the resistors that are out of spec by a long way. Like I'm talking, there's the filament resistors, load resistors, they're 800 ohm. Oh, sorry, you nearly missed that. They're 800 ohm. These are measuring 1.5k, and there's two of those. So, yeah, they're way out of spec. There's a what is it? A 500k there that's reading over a meg. They're all way out of spec. So it has taken me quite some time to get this thing done. There was no sense in recording all this. It was just piece by piece. But anyway, there it is. It looks a little bit cleaner and neater than what it did. This is all I've done. I have not tested this at all. I don't have the wiring loom or anything back in. It needs another grommet there, and well, that one's okay, but he's hard. But it's just the feed for the oscillator coil. All the micas are okay. There's no worries with them. As you can see, I fitted my electrodes down in that corner, so the original electrode remains as is. Okay, so that was one good thing, I suppose. Now, there's a couple of loose wires hanging around here, a couple of caps, and these. They're for the volume control, our volume pot. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll record this. It's a 1 meg, and as I've explained earlier, very hard to turn. So we're going to take the back off him, going to clean him up, and yeah, lubricate this up. So yeah, it certainly needs doing, and then I'll mount that fella back in there. Okay, so there it is. A long time. I have spent in around 6 hours doing this. So yeah, hopefully all is okay. It's always a worry when you do all the resistors, all the caps in one hit without checking to make sure everything works. I hope I've got everything in the right spot, but we'll soon know when I start it up. But at the moment, I'm going to have a little bit of give my eyes a bit of a rest for a while, and I'll be back on this first thing tomorrow morning. So yeah, then we'll start by doing the pot. We'll get it in our wiring loom. Well, I'll just, where it's been crushed there, I'll just put a bit of heat shrink over that and leave the wiring loom as is, and then we can plug it in and see if it makes a noise. Okay guys, we'll catch you soon. Well, we're going to test these just for leakage, these caps, and see what they're like. Now, I use a Mega. Now, this is reduced to 200 volts at the moment that it puts across the leads when I press the button. I can select 200, 400 or 500 volts on this one. Okay, so we'll start with the big one. Now, it's a 0.4 microfarad that was in there. I'm not going to go through and measure the values. That's useless. We're looking for any leakage, and basically more or less should be infinity on the leakage. So press the button, and oh yeah, we're looking about 3 meg resistor on that one. So heaps of leakage. The needle shouldn't actually move much. So okay, this one 1 meg. So yes, it's leaky. 1 meg resistor. It's interesting just seeing how much leakage in all these. Okay, this one, yeah, same, 1 meg leakage. This fella, we're not going into details with this, we're just saying a little bit less than 1 meg, probably about 800k resistance across a cap, which is not real good. This one, okay, yeah, about 1.8 meg resistor, once again leaky. And this fella, the last one, and yeah, about 1.5 meg across it, leakage. So as you can see, all those were leaky. They're there's none of them that are any good, so none measured up okay. So all the caps, all the resistors have been replaced in this thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the volume pot. So I'll just clear a bit of a space here, position the camera, and let's open him up, have a look at him, see can we free him up. Okay, just before we do that, capacitors. Now there's an 047, most of the 47 nanofarad, most of the caps in there were 047s. So let's just have a look at a good one and see what he measures. Touch the button, and as you can see, nothing. She's open. She jumped up, charged, back down. Nothing. Okay, so we'll just, before we touch that, short it. As you can see, a bit of charge there. Might do that again, eh? There he goes, charged, and let's see what's in there. Yeah. So there you go. Now these caps, I always buy all my caps from Carl's Electronic Supplies on eBay. You can check him out. Here's his front page. And just go there, have a look, and his caps are second to none. They're great. Never ever have a problem. Good quality. So good on you, Carl. Thank you for supporting the industry and helping us blokes with our restorations. Really good. Okay, all right. Well, we'll get on with this pot. Okay. Now, as we saw, this is a 1 meg, I think. Bit hard to read there, but yeah, it's a 1 meg pot. And dash C, so obviously probably carbon. I don't know. It's doesn't stand for log or linear, so I'm not real sure. Okay, let's carefully open him up. If you've got one of these, this may help you a little bit. The other guys, well, you know how to do this. Okay, I've got a plate there that will come off the front. Take the back off. There we are. There's in the back. Now plate only goes on one way before we take him off. It has 2 indents either side and the cutouts at the top there. So no worries about putting that back on. We can't put it on wrong. So here's our pot. And yeah, can't actually move him a lot. So what I'm going to do is heat him a little bit, just with the heat gun, to loosen it off a little bit, and then put some maybe WD-40 in around the top here to try and get the thing moving. Okay, so we'll grab the heat gun as I move around the workshop. I'll grab my WD-40 or 226 that I use for this. Sit back down on my noisy chair. I'm going to fix the chair, guys, and I'm going to do a video and show you how we fix the chair. Why not? Okay, we'll just heat this gently. This will loosen the hard grease in here. This is not plastic, this is Bakelite, by the way. Okay, that may be enough. How hot is he? There we go. Loosened him up already. Right. Now, we'll put a little bit of gear down in there. And just keep working him to try and get it in. Now, I'll also go back in the back here. We're getting there. We'll clean all this up once we get this a little bit freer than what it is. It is coming better, but still tightish. Okay, I'll pause the video and I'll come back when I've finished working him around a bit, trying to get him a bit looser. Okay guys, well you can see the rubbish that's come out of it, all the old grease and so forth. Nice and easy to turn now. So yeah, I'm going to clean up. We'll come back and we'll clean the track. Very that's how he works. It's just a little wiper on a carbon track. Okay, on this one anyway. So if you're not familiar with potentiometers or pots or volume controls, whatever you, tone control, whatever you want to call them, that's how they work. They run along a resistance around the ring, and of course it's a variable resistor. That's all it is. Okay, so just for the fellas that may not have seen inside one, and that's getting quite free now. It's working in there nicely. So we'll clean him up and I'll be back shortly. Righto, well, we've cleaned him up. Works like a dream. Now this jamming like this also accounts for the broken knob that was on it. This gets that hard that the plastic expands and just breaks off. So a lot of knobs are broken in the radios because of the grease has gone hard in the shaft. Both tuning, tone, volume, doesn't matter. Anything that's got the shaft in it, yeah, can sometimes give problems. Now I've got one of my earlier old meters here. I'm just going to check this before it goes together, and if we look across it, actually I'll just short my meter out, make sure she's in the correct state, adjust the 0, and if we look there, we've got, it's on times 10,000 and it's on 100, so it's a 1 meg pot. Now the wiper, let's see if it's nice and clean, there's no hiccups, and it's working. So we'll put it on the wiper like so. That's on the wiper there, and as you can see, back to 0, which is this end. And if we go up, and nicely right up to 1 meg there. Now if we can swap this over and check the reverse. So now we've got 1 meg at this end. Here we go, up, and 0. So there you go. That's how you can check them. Easy check. Any old analog meter will do it. This is very difficult to do with a digital meter. So, okay, you're just checking resistance on the pot to make sure everything is nice and even. Righto. It's a bit late after you put all this together and you find out there's still a problem with it. Okay, now we must run through some of my meters one day. I do have 20 or 30 meters here, so yeah, we'll go through them, check each one, check to see how accurate they are. If they're not, try and get them accurate. And yeah, because there's a lot here I haven't used in years and years. So yeah, we might do that. Okay, if you guys want to see it, of course. Okay. Put this together. And I think this one can go either way. It was around that way. I think. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was this way. There we go. Was that way. And it does only go one way by the look of that. Put him down there. Now I use a pair of cutters for this and just push him forward. Go the opposite side. Push him down and push him forward. Forward. And forward. Done. There we go, all put together. Okay, let's get it in the radio. Okay, well, as you can see, we're ready for a test. This will be interesting. I have no idea whether this is going to go or not. Okay, so I'll plug my dim bulb in, turn him on, and it's on. All that means is we've got, well, would-be power coming to here. I'm still at 0 volts on my Variac, okay? All comes from that isolation transformer up there. Don't work without them. Okay, let's plug him in. Now, we've got our red, which is filament, our orange, which is our B+, and our black, which is ground, which comes over here onto the tag strip and onto the ground point there. So, no, I haven't got the loop hooked up, so it's probably not going to pick up anything. But what I want to do there is I just want to see, has it got audio? Has it got some sort of pickup? Like, we're soon going to know once we touch some of these wires as to whether we've got RF coming through or what have you. Okay, so I think this is on at the moment. Okay, we'll up our voltage in around 120 to start with. And just before I do that, I want to monitor my HT. So I'll just push this stupid chair out of the way. And as far as my little thought of the day, I use a fluke meter. Yeah, there's some nice pretty meters around and everything. They're nice and new and they're fancy displays and everything. The thing is, I get about probably close to 5 years out of a battery on this. I never have to charge it. It's a 9-volt battery. It just works. I am not really into the practice of charging things every night, especially a multimeter. You just want to put it there on the bench and it works. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to go the the USB-C charging thing. But anyway, that's just my little beef at the moment. Okay, we'll go on there. So that's we'll go up here, and this we can hook onto there. That's our B+. Okay, I just want to make sure that of what's happening. No volts there at the moment. Okay, here we go. 120 is now. I think this is on. We'll soon know. And it's moving, so it must be on. Okay, she'll be slow to conduct because I'm only at half voltage there at the moment. So that's the 6X4 kicking into gear, and that's our HT coming up very slowly. We'll go a little bit more. We're up to about 145 there. And we'll go a little bit more. 170. And it'll start conducting pretty heavily shortly. As I said, the HT on this, I think it's in around between 60 70 volts. So, yeah. and we're coming up 50 volts. Do I hear anything? Nothing yet. Do I have any audio? Nothing yet. Okay. 240. There we go. 67 volts. So we've got the correct voltage. We don't have any audio at all. Do we have our 3V4 in? Yes, we do. Nothing. Okay. Let's check our filament line. Our filament here is 3 volts, which is spot on. Our filament over here, .5, this one, that's a HT there. HT there. Filament here, 0.5. 0.5. What's happening? Here, 1.7 volts on the filament line. That's on the 3V4. Okay. More filaments here. This is a string, so it's a little bit hard to get my head around. Okay, so there we've got nothing. Our filament down here has got 1.16. That's perfect. So the filament line is working, the string's working at 1.1. Why don't we have audio? Okay, so we've got HT there, so our transformer is correct. There is no audio there at all. Zilch. HT there. And we do have just touching that, I can just hear something. Guys, I'm very suspicious of this 3V4 in this thing. I think I'm going to I'll find another valve now and put it in, because we had low audio to start with. Now, if I poke around with it here, down in there, I can just hear it. Not very loud. Not very loud at all. So, looking at our valve, pin 1 is our filament line. Pin 2 Pin 2 is our plate. So on our plate, we've got 67 volts. Pin 3 is B+, coming straight from the, that comes straight up from our plug, so that's correct. Pin 4, 1.7, which is correct, that's filament. Pin 5, 2.3. Hang on, we'll go pin 7, 3 volts, correct. Pin 6 has nothing. Now pin 6 is our input grid, and I've got nothing there. We've got R14 to ground, which is a 1 meg, and a cap that comes over to, goes to pin 765 of the 1S5. This side we've got 68 volts, which is correct. Input grid to the 1S5 is pin 6, which is here. Yeah. This is the stage where I need a decent signal injector, isn't it? So our line there is 1.7, 68. Everything is correct. Okay, I'm changing the 3V4. But just before I do that, you can see the dim bulb. It's a little bit dim there. Now I will go back to the HT. I'm going to change bulbs over the 75 watt, and as you can see, we've come up a bit there in power and voltage. We still have nothing. Just a thought. And we've got very low audio. Okay. We do have a very slight crackle there from our green wire on our RF side. There's not much around, guys. No. Okay. We have another 3V4. He actually looks well used. Well used. So we'll try him anyway. This will give us an idea of whether it is the 3V4. I don't have a new one of these. Okay, there we go. Let's try this and see what happens. Okay, we're on. Now, volume's on the other side here. I've got him at full volume. Just waiting for the 6X4 to heat up. We're off dim bulb. We're straight on 230 volts. We have a microphonic here somewhere. Okay, got anything here? A little bit louder, not much. Okay. Let's see what we've got underneath. A little bit of a ringing there. Hang on. I've got to turn this fella around this way. Got the audio. Oh, there is a little bit there. Not a lot. Okay, what have we got back here? A little bit of audio there. I don't know which valve is ringing, but we have a microphonic valve here somewhere. We've got more audio than what we had anyway, so, which is a good thing. Now, let's see. I think it might be our 1S5 actually. Yeah, okay, we'll try. We've got to do this by trial and error to start with. 1S5, these valves are renowned to give problems. So this is our detector and, well, first audio frequency amp. So, yeah, we'll put a 1S5 in and see how we go. Okay, not real sure about this one either. He's fairly light on top. Almost indicates it's gone to air, but maybe not. Okay, here we go. Okay, try this fella and see if we got any audio or more audio. We're still microphonic. Don't know where that's coming from. Got any audio there? About the same. So it's not our 1S5. And guys, I'll be using my little super duper signal injector. I need a better one if I'm going to keep doing these old radios. Yeah, it's there, but it's very low volume. There's a little bit on our loop side here. Guys, I might connect up the loop because we might need this loop connected with this thing. After all, it does come back through here as feedback. So, yeah, okay. Let's connect up and see what happens then. Okay. Let's try and tune this thing. Well, we have noise. That's something. Oh, there goes our dial cord, which I was going to replace anyway. I just haven't come to this part of it, but yeah, it needs another dial cord. Okay. It's very I don't know what the word is for it. We do have a station. Now, give us a listen to this.
Because it's a serious disease.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And so particularly if you're going to a typhoid-prone area, then seeing your GP.
So, we do have a station. The RF is working, guys, which is a bit of a relief, but a bit of a disappointment that there's still something wrong on the output side. And there's not much to it. There's really not. I don't think I'd have two 3V4s that are almost totally dead. Then again, they are known to fail. I'll see if I can round up another one. Okay guys, now, still haven't found what's going on with the output, other than maybe a faulty transformer, which I've got to check yet. Now, what I've done is I've taken the audio signal here, fed it line in. You probably can't see that. Stop the glare. The audio signal into line input of my amplifier up the top, and that's straight off the volume pot. So
You need delivered quicker than your team can.
There we go.
Half-time lead into a final.
And as you can hear,
And boys, tell me a joke. People texting me jokes.
it's working really well.
Investment.
There's a station there actually, which is Bathurst, picking up extremely well.
Footy to win the ultimate sports experience, brought to you by Mate is giving the chance to win a voucher to see either the Anzac Day block.
Okay, so we know the radio is working. It's working really, really well. It's not aligned or anything yet. So, and then we come back, we disconnect this. Okay, get rid of our, and turn this up. And that's what we got. That is flat out. It's distorted. That's flat out. It's extremely low volume. And yet, well, where I'm monitoring from, I may have to monitor back here on the grid. I'll go the grid of the 6V4. Okay, we'll just do that and see if we can see what's going to the grid of the 6V4 to narrow down, is it our detector or is it something else? Well guys, here it is, probably 24 hours later, or maybe a bit more. And look at this.
First ever Kia K4 Resistor. Best in class second row legroom, ultra wide screens, and a GT line that comes turbocharged.
And that will go pretty loud.
Biggest small sedan, the Kia K4 small sedan.
Sent her out and said, yeah. Shoot it. Pleasure. Those on the road, drive safely.
Oh, a very good and a very good public service message too, Philip. Good on you. Yes.
Okay. It's working perfectly. Yesterday I had no audio with this thing, and as you know, it's been driving me nuts over the last 24, 48 hours. What it was, all indications pointed towards the 3V4. Okay, it was low volume, distorted, horrible. Okay, that was the problem. I checked 2 other valves, and I thought, they're all doing exactly the same thing, but the chances are for them to all be exactly the same is 1,000,000 to 1. So I put my signal tracer, or made up signal tracer, which I'm going to build one after this, a decent one. I went back to the 1S5, okay, which is our detector. Had good audio going into it. We had no or very little audio, reduced audio and distorted, coming out of the plate. And I checked everything. Voltages, yeah, all okay. Well, there was one. The plate on this runs at 40 volts and it was 90. And yeah, it just went around in a circle. But anyway, what are we looking at? Here's the 1S5. That resistor there, which is R13. R13 on here says 0.63 meg. Okay, so 630K. We don't have a 630K, so I thought, well, it looks like a 680K in there. But upon close inspection, the people or whoever had been in here before me, which I hadn't noticed, had put a 680 ohm resistor in there. And the brown was sort of covered up with a wire, and I thought, yeah, well, that's, you know, this was a 580K, and I thought, well, it's probably not enough to give the fault that's happening. But it was actually 580 ohm, not 680 ohm, sorry, 580 ohm. So that was the problem all along. And this damn thing has taken so long. So obviously they've thought, oh, I'll put a 580K in there, and it's not. It's a 580 ohm, when in actual fact, well, it requires a 630. I've got a 680 in there. It works perfectly. The voltage is back to normal. It's back to 40 volts on the plate and 20 volts on the grid. So everything is in proportion, and then our signal going out to the 3V4 is correct. It's no problems at all. So there's a bit of a trap. Someone before me, yeah, just the wrong resistor. But anyway, I've replaced well, bloody everything with this. I have doubled up on a couple of resistors there to make it exactly 800, and this one exactly, what was that, 500 ohm, I think. The voltage divider there, because your filament is also your cathode, gives us a negative potential on the bottom of the valve, which is upside down on these. So these are fairly critical, because you're only dealing with the voltage there, low voltage, and yeah, I just wanted to get that exactly right. So anyway,
Yeah, well, the beauty of
it is going,
technology that you can record it again. So
and it's going extremely well. That station is Parks. It's 100 odd k's away. Then we got this one. Now this is inside the workshop, mind you. That's Dubbo, which is 140 k's away, and of course our local one,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
which is 30 k's away. So yeah, all is good. Okay, now alignment. I have tried to move the slugs in these IF cans. They are jammed solid. You cannot move them. I would have to pull them apart, possibly gently heat them to get them to move. I don't want to do all that. And the unit is working just superb at the way it is. I'm not going to realign. We will do the RF side, the oscillator side. We've got a couple of trimmers on the back here, and well, that's about all we can do. The IF, well, it wouldn't be working as well as what it's working now if it was out of whack. Okay, next job. Oh yeah, you know I love these. All right, I'm not going to bore you with that. I do have a diagram. I'll just grab it. Of the dial cord on this. It's a very basic cord. There it is. I sort of took notes before it come out anyway, but yeah, it's just a couple of loops here, a couple of loops around. Well, it says 4 turns, but there was actually 3, but anyway, we'll do 4, and around the pulley at the other end and back to the drum. So there's no real hassle with this. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'll come back, and then we'll align this RF, then we'll get onto the case and start doing things. We've also got this. I'm not real sure about this. I don't know. I guess this is original. The material's been stuck on the cardboard. The speaker has been prop riveted or riveted onto the cardboard. So I don't know what's underneath this. I've got a feeling I should lift it, but it's very, very stuck down. If I lift it, it all wants to come apart. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to ruin it by doing that. So I'm going to see what the speaker sounds like, what it looks like behind the grill, and, well, we might get another piece of cardboard yet and do that with. That's, yeah, not real acceptable, but, oh well, that's the way it was built, and I would like to keep it original. Little bit of corrosion there, possibly from the batteries that were in there at one stage. So, and even this one, got to be addressed. But, yeah. Okay, I'll get on with the dial cord. Stop me jaw-jacking. You'll get sick of me. Now, guys, just before I do any more, I've just restrung the dial cord, which was fairly straightforward. It's a very easy one, this one. But now we've got it going. It is, what is it, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I thought, well, I'll just see how this performs, like it's in the shed here. And, well, you know what it's like in my shed. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's see what you'll do. And, well, in my opinion, no, I won't give me opinion yet. Have a listen.
Listen up, footy fans. Here's your chance to win the ultimate sports experience brought to you
For China to unite with me. So therefore we have to attract wisdom today. Is a training for the first trouble. And number 2 is our $6. What goes in your lid bin has changed. You should only place food scraps and green waste in your green lid bin.
Vegan, but
Now that the
whatever it comes out with.
Absolutely, because it's just important that they had to go, right?
Yeah.
Now I could start putting money for a flat deposit so we could be together. And after one sex session in his flat, I was getting dressed.
How's return on investment and giving you a competitive edge? R37 powers the varieties you know and love, like Mohawk and Basic. Let's head to Victoria.
Silly. And then we've got $7 for Burns Banjo, of course.
We can build to your place or ours. Hold on to Champion Home.
We are giving our your music today is seen by Naomi. He does it in the TV series, but very briefly.
Never going to work with somebody like Donald Trump because we know he holds a grudge if you know anything.
Comedy is on the iNews. Good gosh. Unbelievable. More checklists, optics, breeders, big boys, double dark, and so many more. Always free, always hilarious on ABC iNews.
In Ukraine or in the Middle East.
Tremendous. Look, in a weird way, I got into Miss Fisher's murder mysteries last year. I used to watch them with my mum when she was unwell, and we.
Okay, there we go. That's the band.
I stuck a sneaky each way bet for the master.
But back to the locals. But only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the sensitivity of this thing is, and the selectivity is incredible. Probably one of the best radios I've done. Amazing. I don't know where a lot of the stations are at the moment, but it's later in the afternoon, so you're getting a little bit of skip coming through, little bit of DX happening there. But boy, this thing is unbelievable. It'll be interesting. I might put this up with the other two Philips, the Philips and the HMV that I'm going to take out bush. I might take this one as well. This would be a very interesting little fella. I can soon run it off an inverter off the in the back of the ute anyway, so no worries there. I don't have any batteries for this one. I don't have an inverter that is designed for this radio at the moment, because the filaments are actually a 7.5 volt battery, not a 3 or a 1.5. So it needs 7.5 for the filaments, being in a string arrangement. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you that before it gets tuned up and back in the case. This isn't tuned yet. Like the RF might bring it up just that little bit further. We'll try this tomorrow. It's wine time for me. It's actually it's almost 5 o'clock. So so that's why the DX is coming through there a bit. But boy, this works well. Looking forward to getting it in the cabinet. Okay guys, now that we've got this little radio going nicely, what I've got to do, a couple of little things that I won't record. We've got to put the pointer on our string along here. We've got to just check the speaker, more or less clean it up actually and make sure it's okay. And then it's a matter of, well, alignment, which is the only really the oscillator for the station position, and the RF peaking on the top end of the dial. That's sort of all there is to it. There's no peaking with the loop. It's as is. So to do all this, it's got to be in the case. I haven't started the case yet, so that's in the next video. I'm going to cut this now. It's been going long enough. Believe me, I've just about me wits end with this thing until we found that resistor, which, yeah, I should have found in the first place, I suppose, but wasn't really looking for a resistor that was installed wrong. I did say 580k earlier in the video. I meant 560. Yeah, it was a 560 ohm, not a 580 ohm. And we've put a we've put a 680 in there now. So, and it's running fine. So with that said, I'm going to end the video. There's lots of other videos. I'm going away towards the end of the month, just a bit after Easter. So I want a couple in the bank there to show you, well, the extra work I do here before. But the next video, I think, will be up very shortly, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. It's about my squeaky chair. Okay, so we're going to put an end to that. And there's another thing that when we go away, this is a little caravanning thing that you may be interested in. It will be also on my other channel, Travel See and Do, or Travel See Do 1 if you want to find it. So yeah, we'll be scooting around for a week or two, and I'll just record some highlights for you. But anyway, part 3 of this will be up soon. I've just got to do the cabinet, get this thing in the cabinet, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we'll please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, follow me, and give us a thumbs up if you like this series of videos. Okay, we'll catch us next time. Bye for now.